First Day Jitters by Julie Danneberg, illustrated by Judy Love. This is a book recommended by my co-teacher, Dina, and it's great for the first day of school. To Jack and Buddy, J.D. For Matthew, who never gets first day jitters, but willingly posed for me anyway, with love. That must be Matthew. "Sarah, dear, time to get out of bed," Mr. Hartwell said, poking his head through the bedroom doorway. "You don't want to miss the first day at your new school, do you?" "I'm not going," said Sarah, pulled the covers over her head. "Of course you're going, honey," said Mr. Hartwell, as he walked over to the window and snapped up the shade. "No, I'm not. I don't want to start over again. I hate my new school," Sarah said. She tunneled down to the end of her bed. "How can you hate your new school, sweetheart?" Mr. Hartwell chuckled. "You've never been there before. Don't worry, you liked your other school. You'll like this one. Besides, just think of all the new friends you'll meet." "That's just it. I don't know anybody, and it will be hard, and I just hate it, that's all." This is what Mr. Hartwell is imagining, and this is what... Wait, what's her name? Sarah. This is what Sarah is imagining. "What will everyone think if you aren't there? We told them you were coming." They're holding up missing signs. Oh no, why didn't she go to school? They will think that I am lucky, and they will wish that they were at home in bed like me. Mr. Hartwell sighed. "Sarah Jane Hartwell, I'm not playing this silly game 1 second longer. I'll see you downstairs in 5 minutes. Sarah tumbled out of bed. She stumbled into the bathroom. She fumbled into her clothes. "My head hurts," she moaned as she trudged into the kitchen. Mr. Hartwell handed Sarah a piece of toast and her lunchbox. They walked to the car. Sarah's hands were cold and clammy. They drove down the street. She couldn't breathe. And then they were there. "I feel sick," said Sarah weakly. "Nonsense," said Mr. Hartwell. "You'll love your new school once you get started. Oh, look, there's your principal, Mrs. Burton." Sarah slumped down in her seat. "Oh, Sarah," Mrs. Burton gushed, peeking into the car. "There you are. Come on, I'll show you where to go." She led Sarah into the building and walked quickly through the crowded hallways. "Don't worry, everyone is nervous the first day," she said over her shoulder as Sarah rushed to keep up. When they got to the classroom, most of the children were already in their seats. The class looked up as Mrs. Burton cleared her throat. Class, attention please," said Mrs. Burton. When the class was quiet, she led Sarah to the front of the room and said, "Class, I would like you to meet your new teacher, Mrs. Sarah Jane Hartwell." Oh. Sarah was afraid to go to school, but who did you think she was? She was one of the kids, you thought. But she's actually the teacher. It's true, teachers get nervous too before school. It's a lot of work for children and students, but it can also be a lot of fun for teachers and students. And I'm looking forward to getting to know my students this year. This is a certificate of courage. If you buy this book, You could fill this out for your child. In recognition of their bravery and success in overcoming the first day jitters, we award the Certificate of Courage to... And then you write in the student's name, and maybe I'll make a photocopy of this and write in my own name right there. For completing the first day of school on this date, teacher or parent. So I guess maybe I would put my head of school's name. Witnessed by Mrs. Sarah Jane Hartwell, the teacher hero of the book. Ooh, and this is another cool page. Definitely buy this book. This one belongs to my school, so I don't think I should write in it so that other people can enjoy it like new. But that was First Day Jitters by Julie Danneberg, illustrated by Judy Love. Everyone gets the jitters sometimes. So what do the jitters mean? It's that jittery feeling, sometimes maybe in your belly or maybe in your throat, when you feel a little bit nervous, a little bit scared about something that's going to happen. But almost all of the time, that nervousness goes away pretty quickly, and you can recognize it. Oh, I'm feeling kind of nervous, and take a deep breath. And remember that there's nothing to be scared of, and you're gonna have a lot of fun as soon as you can just dive in. So anyway, this is EDU Kids Space. I'm Ian. I teach at a Montessori school here in New York City. And if you want to support the channel, you can click on the link in the video description. Okay, thank you. Enjoy school.